increasing bunch of decades every day. And initially was focused on being against things and became increasingly effective being against things.
Oh, why don't you sit just oh, here it is, Paul. Sorry.
Through a combination of adroit diplomacy and apocalyptic brutality, I was able to begin movements which put an end to incinerators, shopping malls, suburban development, highways, and so forth, and made a dent, of course, like many of us, in the enthusiasm for war. But it gradually occurred to me that it'd be a lot more fun and ultimately effective to define and model what I and many others were for. And figured that history would move in the direction and favor those who proved that we could feed, fuel, house, heal, educate, finance the public in ways which made life easier. And fairly despairing and reluctant to rely and wait for state and federal initiatives, instead decided to take initiative within my reach, and the reach of the people I knew in my community. And that's, of course, how progressive social change has always happened. The end of slavery, votes for women, the 8-hour workday, civil rights, the establishment of the nation itself began as local activities that gradually merged. So I'm going to show a slideshow. It's a gallop through I have been a member of many organizations. Where I have seen holes in the progressive movement, I have initiated organizations. I started probably 24 organizations over the decades. And how do I start this? I click on these arrows to the left.
I think we might just do that, yeah. Click or to the right.
I'll narrate this. It's a very swift summary of some of these organizations that I've started.
Is that working right?
I don't know.
It is playing, Bill, if that's what it is.
Okay, great.
I can't see what's going on here, so I can't narrate it effectively. If I can stand out front next to it, I can see.
You could actually.
All right. Can we start it over again?
Yeah, you bet.
All right. So a template, my agenda, is what I call the Green Labor Administration, GLAD, GLAD, and is a summary of the variety of needs to be met and ways that they can be met by grassroots initiative. The creative genius in every person brought forward to contribute to the collaborative creating of grassroots economies which meet our needs with less and less reliance on external organizations, distant legislatures, remote boardrooms. All right, how are we doing there?
You know, I'm really sorry, Bob. I'm just having a hard time getting this thing to play properly, so.
It's not going to play.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, just talk to us, Paul.
All right. Well, I'll refer to some notes then without the help of...
Sorry.
Can we have that piece of paper up there, please? All right. I started a local currency, Ithaca Hours local currency, colorful paper money, convinced several thousand individuals and over 500 businesses, including a bank, movie theaters, bowling alleys, health clubs, restaurants, and the medical center, that this was money, and we've transacted millions of dollars of our own local paper money in Ithaca, New York. Based on the success of that, I started the Ithaca Health Alliance. The members pay $100 each a year. They're covered for 12 categories of everyday emergency anywhere in the world they go to specified maximum amounts. And they own their own free clinic. We go beyond charity to ownership. Starting a local stock exchange, the Philadelphia Regional and Independent Stock Exchange. The acronym is PRAISE, PRAISE, a way to gather capital of all kinds for regional eco-development. And also in Philadelphia, to which I have moved in the last 5 years, I started the Philly Orchard Project. There are 40,000 vacant lots there. The city has been sitting on them waiting for gentrification, for condos and casinos. And I raised the issue that, in fact, we should use these, because there are 60,000 chronically hungry children in Philadelphia, plant orchards. So we've planted a whole bunch of orchards so far in Philadelphia, berry bushes. And after planting a few trees, the New York Times did a half-page article about our initiative because we were raising that critique of urban land use, a critique demanding urban land reform. The Green Jobs Philly, I started a website which makes it easy for people in Philadelphia to offer and request green jobs, and have written the book Green Jobs Philly and issue a newsletter, Green Jobs Philly News, to celebrate the capability and creativity in our community, whereas the daily paper and the media in general are talking about how deadly and dumb we are, how we can't trust each other or collaborate. Green Jobs Philly News is a rare example of media which emphasizes our capability, celebrates our initiatives. I'm starting Neighborhood Enterprise School Teachers, NESTS, NESTS, which brings together people in low-income neighborhoods, adults. Says, what can you do? What can you teach the kids in this neighborhood? I can't teach anything. I just got out of jail. Well, I used to be a pretty good wrestler. And brings us together with the kids and credentials and rewards the adults for teaching and the kids for learning. Jump-starting a respect for learning and respect for their own capability in the neighborhoods where people are left out of the prevailing economy. The Ithaca Health Alliance, I mentioned that. And as an outgrowth of that, now I signed a contract with Patch Adams last year. Patch Adams is the clown doctor that made the movie about his life starring Robin Williams. And I convinced Patch after some years of lobbying to allow me to start the first Patch Adams free clinic in his name. A radical enterprise, transferring control over health care and health financing to grassroots entities in a low-income neighborhood in Philadelphia. The new clinic be built as a passive solar earth sheltered structure on 2 acres in Philadelphia, surrounded by and on top orchard and garden, and in which we teach green skills. This is far more than a clinic. In a city where the 200,000 uninsured, I am now launching, I have the website almost ready to go, for the League of Uninsured Voters. LUV, love. The motto is tough love. The mascot, oh my gosh, there it is. Oh my gosh. Ah, how timely, is a big heart with boxing gloves. And I hope you get into a lot of trouble with this because it's a very in-your-face. This is not conferences and panel discussions about the necessity and justice and the practicability and the financial preferability of universal health coverage. This is like saying, get out of the way, here we come. And it is very confrontational and effectively so attacking the financial foundation. You get 50 million, 51 million uninsured together. They all send our bills. We send our bills to the insurance companies. We will bog them down, right? So this is about ready to go. And I started the Citizen Planners of Los Angeles in 1983 to assert ecological urban design, and brought together a lot of people. I wrote a book, Los Angeles, A History of the Future, and this lays out a process by which gradually over many decades, Los Angeles is absolutely transformed toward balance with nature. This is a process which employs everyone, which creates trillions of dollars of investment. This is an alternative to war for making money, for those people who need to make money. So I'm looking at, my agenda is the entire rebuilding of civilization. Hey! Thank you very much. And that's what I had to say tonight, and be happy to talk with more of you. My website is paulglover.org, from which you will see links to many of these. And the League of Uninsured Voters is lovepower, L-U-V, power.org. Thank you. I'm so sorry. It's all right. It worked. No, it worked.
Oh, it finally worked. Okay. The technology. Okay, so again, we're exploring the realms of transpartisanship this weekend, and there's a level of transpartisan that maybe we haven't been considered before. That sometimes people are not represented by any parties, and yet they are the most impacted by the collusion of corporate and elected power, and they might not be that elected power might be in any number of countries. So we have a wonderful guest, Marty Kobenes from Indigenous Environmental Network, who is working in a model of trans-movement work, international work. And I invite Marty to begin as he likes.
You want to run it from up there while I sit here?
Why don't we make sure we got it going before we get too excited about it, huh? We don't want to, I don't want to screw you up again. Okay, what's that one? You know, this is why people have their own AV folks who do the AV while other people are talking and organizing and stuff. And let's see. Marty, what was the name of that piece?
Tar sands and its effects.
Thank you very much, sir. Look, oh my God, it's like you called it up. All right, here we go. Let's view, play slides. Right, where's that now?
You just have to do it manually.
Okay, great, I'm gonna do it then manually.
So I'll try to cue you as we go along.
I'll do my best.
All right, my name's Marty Kobenes. I really want to thank everybody for staying here this late. This is amazing that it's this late, and we've been at this all day since the rally out at the Capitol this morning. If you want to go ahead. What are the tar sands? Most people don't know what the tar sands are. When you think about oil and stuff like that, you think what Jed Clampett was shooting at when you're shooting at some food. It comes up through the ground and it's pretty liquid and it's really nice. Reality is, it's that. It looks like molasses. It has the same consistency as molasses. In the wintertime it does freeze, so it makes it very hard to extract this oil. Where are the tar sands? The tar sands that we're talking about today are in Alberta. On the screen you see where all the orange is. That is where the oil fields are. The actual square miles is about 30 square miles less than the state of New York, is what they're projecting it to be. New York is the 26th largest state in the United States. So to give you an idea of how big the tar sands are actually. What companies are involved? As of last couple of years, every oil company in the world is involved in the tar sands. It's not just any one, it's BP. BP is actually one of the last ones to go into the tar sands. And when we sit and talk about every oil company, even the Norwegian, the tar sands was a major factor in the Norwegian elections last year, which doesn't make any sense, but the government owns the oil company in Norway, which owns 51% of the oil or the gas company over there. So the presidents, there are 9 presidents on the 9 candidates running for president. 8 of them were against continuing on with the tar sands. The one that was in office was for tar sands. Obviously they have new leadership. If you actually want to stay back there. When pipeline companies, we're talking about TransCanada, there's a proposal out right now in the State Department with for a presidential permit in the EIS system or process.